just got back from Europe yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Wow.
Jet lag's a choice. So I was in Europe. I was there, I was on break from tour, and I was seeing Taylor Swift. That's what I do with my free time. I was following Taylor Swift around Europe.
There's nothing to do in Europe.
I saw 5 shows in 10 days.
You saw 5?
Yeah.
So you went to Europe to see Taylor Swift?
To see her. Europe was just like, it happened to be there while she was there, but it was mainly about her. I'm a huge Swiftie, and that's what I do with my free time. Like, when I have weekends off from my own tour, I fly to go see her. Like, I make efforts. I'm like a divorced dad doing his best to see his daughter. I make an effort. I'll fly in and see you. She has no idea who I am, but I'm just the biggest fan. No, I mean, I'm sure she's probably aware of me because I talk about her all the time, but I
wouldn't be so
her.
sure. She's very famous.
Yeah.
She may not know. I'm just being serious. I actually, I'm a Swiftie too.
Are you?
Yeah, I went once like a normal person, and that's me. I absolutely loved the show.
I mean,
and the vibe is so good.
She's the best.
I get why you go.
I can't stop. I've seen her 17 times in 15 months, and I'm addicted. It just, it gives me a surge of dopamine that I can't describe. So it's kind of for me either that or cocaine, and luckily I can afford both. So I do.
Congratulations.
It's crazy. I mean, I know it's excessive, and I really just don't know how to explain it other than. When the tour was first announced, I was like, I want to go to every show. But of course, I was like, you can't. That's just too much. It'll look weird. And then I remember I was going to go to like 2 or 3. And then my boyfriend was like, you love her so much. You work so hard. I expect you should go to every show you can go to. And,
of course.
And so I did. And it turned out he was cheating on me. So he kind of wanted me out of town.
I get it.
But having a boyfriend
if my girlfriend saw Taylor Swift 17 times in 15 months, I'd have a couple questions too.
Having a boyfriend who doesn't love you makes her music sound all the better. So
I think that's right.
No, not current.
Well, it's
being clear.
It's also like a really long show.
It is. It's like almost sometimes 4 hours long, and I pride myself on the fact that I have never once gone to the bathroom during a single show I saw.
What does that mean?
In a toilet. I wear a diaper, and so I hold it. I don't even have to.
You're constantly pooping at every show.
Yeah, but my diaper's
it's the cocaine too. Yeah. So what is your strategy for making sure you don't?
For whatever reason, my body is just like, you're not gonna do that, like right now. Like it's probably what her body does during it. I don't think she has time to go, so I kind of like I set my rhythms.
Okay.
I don't need to say that.
Yours and Taylor's poop cycles are synced.
I wish. I can only wish.
Yeah.
So
if it's 17 shows.
Yeah.
That's how many hours have you spent?
I think that's 60 hours.
60 hours
that I have watched her, and it's never a dull moment. It really feels like I'm going to go to more. I mean, this number is going to keep going up. Because
you think at some point there's going to be a moment where you're like, all right, that was one too many?
I thought it might happen, but it hasn't yet with 17. And I just feel like this is a time where I just have to see someone who is one of the best performers who's ever lived. To me, it's like the Beatles. And I think I'm going to be a person someday that everyone's going to go like, you saw the Beatles? Like, you saw the Beatles live? So I want to just see it as much as possible. It's the thing that makes me happiest in the world. And the Beatles comparison sometimes upsets people. Especially my dad is like a huge Beatles fan, and so he's always like kind of like, oh, it's not the same. She's not the same as the Beatles. But then I took him to an Eras tour in Europe, and I have a clip of his reaction while he was there.
Let's watch it.
I want to show it. Crying like a baby.
Was that his first? Was that his first Taylor Swift show?
Yeah, that was.
Oh
and
my
he was
God.
so moved, and I have never seen him cry like that.
You've never seen your dad cry? How does that? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm a comedian.
Yeah, totally. If our dads cried, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know how to emote.
So it really is genuinely such a lovely show. I get why he was crying. It was happy, and also I can't believe
And his daughter is dressed like a 14-year-old, and so that was probably emotional for him too. That scene that she hasn't grown up at all.
Well, here's the interesting thing. You have seen 60 hours of the show, so they did some research and found out in that time you could have gotten a helicopter pilot's license.
Who needs one?
Watched all 5 seasons of Breaking Bad.
Okay, I do need to do that at some point.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's a great show.
I know, I've heard, but I don't like violence.
And you can poop during it. Get CPR certification 30 times. You could have saved so many lives. But this is good too. This is good too,
yeah.
Do you find yourself having to like justify to people why you like have to?
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing that a lot of people obviously can't afford, and it's like, oh, your privilege is showing if you post about it. I didn't really post about it at first because when I did, like even going twice, people are like, must be nice. I get those kind of comments, and it's like, it was so nice. I was front row. I could see her arm hair. It was amazing. But it's always from like, and I understand that, like I get jealous of people online too, and go like, oh, why do they get to do that thing? I get it, but I chose to spend my money on this instead of kids. Like I don't have kids, and kids are so expensive. I've looked up the number when I decided not to have kids, Camille. I was like, I just want to know what I'm saving, and like from the age of 0 to 18, it's about $1 million to raise a kid. $1 million. And most of that is Fortnite in-app purchases, and so. I was like, I'm gonna go see Taylor Swift as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because I live a modest life. Like, I don't have a house. I drive a 20-year-old car.
Wait.
It's a date Tobey Maguire. I buy my bras at Target. I mean, I don't really, I live modestly. So this is really what I spend my money on.
Yeah. You don't have a house and you've seen Taylor Swift 17 times. Do you have a business manager?